Hey Chosen Tribe, it's your girl Chosen Empress and I'm back with another video. So today is my birthday. Yes, I finally fallen off the calendar. So I think I'm gonna stick with 31. But I'm truly grateful, truly excited for what this year holds. I have so many plans, so many doors, have opened up. And I'm so sorry that I have been MIA. I've been, going through a lot, doing a lot, being so occupied with a lot of things. But I have news. So first, I am finally monetized. So I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, who has liked, who has commented, who has shared, who has stayed with me on this journey, even though I'm in and I'm out. But I promise that this time I'm staying committed. I need you guys to go and follow my other channel, Diplomatic Lounge. We're doing a lot of great things over there. So I'll be over there and I'll be over here. But I just want to thank you guys for staying with me on this journey while, I figure out things, figure out what I really want to do and, how I want to move forward. And, 32, yeah, I guess I'm not so big on birthdays like I was before, but I am so grateful for the journey and I'm grateful for everyone who is in my life. I'm grateful for, the steps that I've been taking, for the purpose that God has laid on my heart, and for all the people that I encounter on a daily. And I'm just truly excited to see what challenges will come up this year. Last year into this year was a very challenging one, and I can say that a lot of persons can relate that it has been one of those years that you don't plan for. Things happen that are totally unexpected, but just to see how resilient you are and how you bounce back from things that were really made to break you and to push you to give up, and how you strive and overcome them. And you're still alive, you still have hope, you still have juice in you to do all that God has planned for you to do, and all the lives that are waiting on you to get things right so that you can help them. So that remains one of my key motivators, just to keep going and to keep doing, despite all the issues and stuff. And there are 16, said 16, 16, sweet 16 times 2, 32. So I have 16 lessons that, I've learned. They say pain is your greatest teacher, but there are 16 lessons that I've learned last year that was really propelling me into this year. So I won't make the same mistakes I did last year. I'll use these lessons to turn all those L's into W's and stuff. So one of the first lessons is whatever is birthed in prayer has to be maintained in prayer. So you pray for something and you get it. That's not where it ends. You have to pray to keep it and to maintain it. And that was a big thing for me in 2021 coming into 2022. Sometimes you do get tired, you do get weary in always praying concerning one area of your life, or several things that keep coming up and you're praying about them consistently, and it seems that the more that you're praying, the more that things are getting worse. Things always get worse before they get better, so remember that. 2, anything that is not tested is not genuine, and I think that one is self-explanatory. 3, loyalty shouldn't be transformed into slavery. And I do see a lot of people, they're so loyal to other person and to other things that the very thing becomes a tool that destroys them or enslave them into being somebody totally different because you are so-called loyal. Rubbish. 3, be careful who you submit to, because whatever flows from the head flows to the body, and I won't go into that. Number 4, or I should say number 5, maturity has to be intentional. Believe me, there are certain situations that you would want to act out in your flesh, in your feelings, And you just have to keep yourself together, knowing that being mature is not just saying, oh, I'm mature and I handle things in a certain way. You have to be intentional, because there are things that will draw you out. There are people that will draw you out. There are situations that will make you want to open your mouth and curse the thing, curse the person, or even curse yourself. So being mature is very much an intention on anyone's part. You have to be intentional about it. The next lesson is love covers a multitude of sins. And I know in this time and day, when people hear love, they scoff. But truly, if we really love people, if we really love things, if we truly love, like Jesus said we ought to love, like 1 Corinthians 13, it really covers everything. Not to say that you're going to accept everything, but it really truly does covers every weaknesses. It covers every strength. It really covers everything. The next lesson, forgiveness should be a core value in friendships and relationships on a whole. And yes, we have this thing, forgive and not forget, but do we truly forgive? So yeah, we hold strong to the not forgetting, but do we truly forgive? What does forgiveness looks like? What's the process of truly forgiving someone for something? Do we keep bringing it up? Do we keep bringing that thing that they have done back up again and again? Do we hold it against them in our mind? When something similar comes up, do we automatically think of the thing that they did? So I think we truly need to, and maybe I need to do a video on this forgiveness, because forgiveness, I feel, is a process as well. And yes, I know the Bible says we ought to forgive 70 times 7, but I think forgiveness in itself is a process. And I don't know how many persons can go through that process in a day, but I feel like it's a process. And there are certain indicators when you have truly forgiven someone for something, and that you can genuinely move on and have peace. I think peace is that main indicator to know that you have truly forgiven and move on. The next lesson, who you marry or settle with can push you into purpose or drive you away from it. And I don't think I can emphasize this anymore. Be careful who you entertain in your life, who you let in your life. And this is whether these persons are friends or partners. Just be careful, because you never know how people truly feel about you on the inside, irregardless if they so-called support you in the physical. You don't know what's going on in their mind. You don't know their intentions. So be very careful with who you let into your space. All right, the next one, deal with the demons in your lineage before they take hold of your destiny. And I cannot, this one was like a major lesson for me. In all our families, we do have issues that pass on from generation, things that our grandparents and our forefathers did, things that our parents even did that maybe the repercussion did not affect them, but it affects us, and it will affect our children and our children's children. Deal with those things. Take a look, take a time to reflect and look into your family and see what are the issues that you realize that are very recurrent, that are similar between cousins, between siblings, between just family members, and deal with those things. Cut yourself off from those things, because they will affect different areas of your life. And one of the main examples, like persons who you look into their family line or their family tree and you realize that none of them pass primary school, or none of them did well in high school, and that's a trend that's coming from your great grandparents, and you see it coming down to your parents, to your aunts, to your uncles, and then you realize that you're in high school, and all of a sudden you start to fail, or things that were at ease at one time become difficult, and you realize that you're spiraling into the same direction. You have to deal with those demons. All right, another lesson is be careful of the words you speak over yourself. And that was something that I had to be to put into practice. I mean, we don't really understand the power of words, and sometimes I think we take it as a joke, or we're just being jovial, or even some of the songs that we sing. Like lately when I'm listening to a song and I'm realizing, all right, so I used to love this song called Love Don't Love Me by that, but yes, and I used to sing that song all the time, and then when I'm so conscious now of the words, and I actually listen to the words, you're cursing yourself. So you have to be so careful. Nothing is a joke. The devil doesn't take anything for a joke. Anything you say will manifest into your life. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not even in your life, but in your children's life, your children's life. So you have to be very careful with the words that you speak, because words have power, and words formulate into actions, and actions will go against you based on your word. So you don't like what you see in your life, check the words that you're saying. All right, the next lesson is faith not tested leaves room for doubt. And faith is tricky. It's truly the art of sticking to what God has promised. It's just simple like that, but it's very hard to do, because there are moments when things seem gloomy, like the end is near, like things are just being the opposite of what God said. Can you hold on to his promises in that period? Can you say that even though I am seeing this, God, this is what you said, and because you said it, it trumps everything else. So your faith will be tested, and if it's not tested, then it leaves you to breathe doubt. So when you're being tested, don't think it's a bad thing, or don't cry, oh God, why me all the time? It's me, da. And I know I've done that in the past as well, but trust me, if it's not tested, then you're breathing doubt. So faith not being tested leaves room for doubt. The next lesson, fight for what God has promised you. I don't care. And it took me a while to get to that level, that no matter what is happening, no matter what is said, what is done, I will fight for what God said. If God says that thing is mine, it is mine, and I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to fight for it. And even if I lose fight 1, fight 2, I will keep on fighting until I win. It's simple. If God said it, then that is it. All right, the next lesson: unfriendly friends are more dangerous than known enemies. And I'm not going to get into that one, but trust me, unfriendly friends are more dangerous than known enemies. Weed them out of your life. Right. The next lesson, pay attention to your dream life. And then this is a major one. I think like a couple years ago, I wasn't like a regular dreamer. So I didn't need to dream every now and again. I realized that every time I dream something, it comes to pass. And then lately now, I'm dreaming almost every day. And so what I've done is I have a notebook. So when I wake up in the morning, I do my little devotion, I write down my dreams. And you would be so amazed to know that I would be a dead girl, a very, very dead girl, if I wasn't paying attention to my dream life. So, and you know, my friend and I always say that I don't know how Christians or persons in general survive, well, I don't know how God talks to you, but for me, I can say that dreams, spot on. And sometimes I dream things and they take months, even years to manifest, but they do. So watch your dream life. It's a reflection of what is going on in the spiritual realm, and it's a reflection of things that are currently happening, things that happened in the past, things that will happen in the future. And you can sometimes be that person, that barrier between breaking any bad news or any bad thing that is to come, or to prepare yourself. And I think that has been my journey, and it will be the greatest lesson I'm taking forward, is, you know, knowing or learning how to differentiate, you know, when God wants me to prepare myself for what is to come, or when he wants me to cancel. So pay attention to your dream life, folks. It saves lives. All right, the 15th lesson is, don't let anyone put a ceiling over what you can achieve. And I know sometimes we have our circles, and you know, everyone is entitled to their opinions. And you know, if you're friends with someone, or you're in a relationship, or you're married to someone, or you have your parents, obviously those persons' opinions matter. But don't let anyone, and I mean not your mother, your father, sister, brother, husband, wife, nobody, put a ceiling over what you can achieve. Like, this is how far you can go, and this is how much you can achieve. You break that down. And I think sometimes we put ceiling over ourselves, and I know I have done that in the past. You know, I feel like this is the highest I can go, so I will settle with whatever opportunity comes, or I'll undervalue myself because I feel like this is the best opportunity that can come my way. So I had to break that down, that there's no ceiling. The sky is not even the limit. There's no sky. There's just an open heaven with opportunities. How far you go depends on you. It really, truly depends on you. And my final one is, pain is a valuable teacher. And I know a lot of persons, they're like this, that if I go through something and I tell them, then they will avoid it. But some things you have to experience it in pain. You have to experience it in pain in order for you to grow, to evolve, to learn and to put that lesson into practice, so that you can save other persons. So pain is a valuable teacher. Don't run away from your pain. Don't hide your pain. And we have this thing, when we make mistakes, we are so silent. You know, there are other persons that will make the same mistake, so we have to speak out, and we have to share our pain and our mistakes. And that's something that, you know, I think I'm most proud of myself, that, you know, I've been able to share my pain. This is what I went through. These are the mistakes that I made, and this is what happened as a result of these things. Don't make that same mistake. Or if you're going to go down this road, I would have done things differently. So these are other options for you. So those are my 16 lessons that I've learned at age 31. You know, I'm really looking forward to this year of 32, aka 31 on repeat. But yeah, God has been so faithful. He has been so merciful and just great. I mean, I would not have survived this year without God. I wouldn't have survived without my circle. I wouldn't have survived without the many persons who have invested their time, their prayers, fasting into me, pour wisdom into me. And I can't call all the names, but I want to thank everyone who has been on this journey with me, who has saw my potential, who has recommended me for an award, recommended me for an opportunity. You know, I am truly blessed. And you know, and when you get to my age, you realize life is not about some of the things that we would have emphasized on. Like, I'm just truly grateful to be alive. I'm truly grateful to have good people in my life, good people around me, persons that pour into me, because sometimes, you know, you pour so much into other people and you have left yourself dry. So it's really good to have people that will pour into you, who will value you, who will love you at your worst, correct you, and work with you, so that when you're at your best, you will remember them. And I mean, I'm just truly honored for all the persons who have graced my life. I have no regrets at all. Everything that I've been through has led me to this moment. You know, I'm truly excited. You know, there's a lot of things coming up and I can't wait to share them all. You know, I'm really looking forward to relocating soon, and you know, there's just so much that has happened in such a short period of time. And I know God has remembered me, has remembered my sacrifice, has honored my tears, has honored my labors of love. And I just want to release a blessing to everyone. You know, thank you so much for sticking with me on this journey. And as I am now monetized, I'm thanking you guys in advance for watching all the ads and for sharing my videos, getting more persons to subscribe, to commenting, to liking. And I pray that the Lord will open doors for you, that He will continue to shower blessings on you, that everywhere you go, you will receive favor, and that my God will turn around every bad thing and turn it for your good. That is it for today. Well, I don't have anything much doing today. I don't know, I started this thing from last year where, you know, on my birthday I just take it as a moment of reflection, and then, you know, the weekend is mine. But yeah, so thank you again for watching, and you do enjoy the rest of your day and have a fantabulous